Hi Shoebox friends! It's time for the September Filler Challenge, and this month we are really bottling up some creativity. But before we dive into this new project, let's take a look at all the awesome fillers that you've been creating over the past month. Thank you to everyone who's joined in on these monthly filler challenges. Every item you've created or packed is going to make a big difference when Shoeboxes reach the processing center. It means more smiles, more joy, and more kids receiving something special. I love seeing the creativity and care you put into your fillers. And don't forget, several other YouTubers have also taken part in these challenges, so be sure to check out the links in my description and see the awesome ideas they've shared too. I love to send water bottles as fillers to the processing center because the water bottle is a gift in itself, and then you can fill it up with all sorts of treasures for the child. And you don't need any extra bags to store the filler in. You just twist the top back on the water bottle and it's ready to be sent. It's awesome if you can get the wider mouths on the water bottles so you can fit even more items inside. These clear bottles here I got from Walmart, and I paid the regular price, $1.22. So I thought that wasn't too bad of a water bottle price for a nice large water bottle like this. And then shortly after I found those, Dollar General had a sale with their summer clearance, and these water bottles were only 50 cents each. They were $1 originally, and then it was buy one, get one free with the summer. So I picked up several of these colorful, larger water bottles, and they also have a nice size opening to put items in there. And there were 4 colors. I got green, blue, red, and yellow. And then Dollar General also had these smaller water bottles here, and they have different characters on them. These were also 50 cents after the deal. So I have some Spider-Man. I was excited to find Bluey. And then the purple and pink ones have different princesses on there. So I'm going to try to send these smaller ones specifically for the 2 to 4-year-old age group, since filler can be a little bit harder to find for that age group. And I will label these accordingly so the packers know that this is a great option for the 2 to 4-year-olds. It's not as wide of an opening, so this will be a little bit trickier to pack. It's also not as long, so I can't fit certain items into these little water bottles that I could fit into the larger ones. But I do have quite an array of items here on my table, and I'm just going to see how much I can actually fit as I go. I'm going to start with the smaller bottles and then move on to the larger ones. Also, today I have 22 water bottles here to fill up, and 10 of them are the smaller ones, so they will be going to the 2 to 4-year-olds. I'll have 5 girls and 5 boy ones, and then these larger ones can go to either the 5 to 9 or 10 to 14 age group, and I have 12 of those, so 6 will be for the boys and 6 for the girls. Hopefully this will help as shoeboxes come down the line that might need an item to fill them up more fully, or might have an item removed that's on the do not send list. These water bottles will be an easy way for the processors to fill up a shoebox that might need it. So before I start filling these up, I'll show you what I have here on my table. And the great part about this filler project is that you can use anything you already have in your stash. It doesn't have to be specific items, just whatever you might already have, or if you want to go purchase extra items also, that's great. So I did get several items off of Amazon, and I've had several items already in my stash. So I'm going to show you exactly what I got, and as I edit, I'll put the price of the items up on the screen. So here are some of the items I purchased off of Amazon recently. I have used these little bendy guys before in filler, and I just think they're very fun and colorful, and they squeeze into the water bottles very nicely. They're all individually wrapped, which is helpful. And I'm trying to make these water bottles filled up with fun items. So I have quite a few little toys here, and I also have some school supplies that'll be going in as well. Another Amazon purchase. I haven't purchased these before, so this was something new. It is a bulk pack of little plush items, and I wanted to be able to fit, if possible, just some sort of little plush into the shoe boxes, since many that do come through at the processing center don't have any plush items, and I just think they're a great addition to add joy. So these here are a bunch of different little animals. They have a little string here on top, so you could hang it on a backpack or a pencil pouch. But these are just adorable little animals. They're probably about 2.5, 3 inches in height. There's many different types here. I really like this little tiger. They're very furry on the middle section here. So I think that will be a cute addition. Hopefully the children will really enjoy these little plush. They are very small, like I said, but very cute. And when I showed these to my kids, they really liked them as well. So I think they'll be a hit. Another Amazon purchase, I needed some more slap bracelets. These are always easy to slip into the shoe boxes when I'm packing my own boxes. And I thought they would add some fun to these water bottle fillers. So this little box here holds 144 slap bracelets, and they're all different styles. So I will use these today in my water bottles, and I might see if I can use them to wrap around washcloths and toothbrushes to kind of hold them together. We'll see if that works, but if not, I'll just stick them in like this, straight into the water bottles. This was not an Amazon purchase. This came from Walmart, and I just thought for the 2 to 4-year-olds, it would be nice to include some sort of spoon or fork for the children, and there's exactly 10 here in this pack. So I'm going to include 1 spoon or 1 fork in the 2 to 4-year-old water bottles. I do like the IKEA style the best, but I haven't been able to get there lately, so this was an affordable pack from Walmart, and I thought that would just be a nice extra item for the younger age group. In this brown box here is an item that I have sent before. These are some pullback race cars. They are not Hot Wheels quality, but they're still pretty solid, and they do definitely race. So I think these will be a hit with the boys, and my plan is to put 2 into the water bottles. That guy's still going there. So that they can race the 2 cars. So these were my main Amazon purchases lately. And then I also had some necklaces in my stash. I have these little princess type bracelets and necklaces that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I thought these would be perfect to go into the little girl princess cups. So I have 3 sets of princess jewelry, and then for the older girls, I also found this necklace set at Hobby Lobby. It's $1.99 for 12, so that's a great deal. And there are a lot of bright colors that the older girls would like. And then after St. Patrick's Day, I still have several of these gold and green metallic necklaces that I'm going to use for the boys. So they'll all be getting some type of necklace in their water bottles. And then I also have a lot of stickers here. I have some skateboard style vinyl stickers. There's cars, there's some flowers, soccer balls, and some ballerinas, as well as just some cute animals. And then every water bottle will be getting a Jesus Loves You sticker. Dollar General has this 5-pack of pop tubes for only $1. So I'll be putting some of these into the water bottles as well. And then I have toothbrushes for every water bottle. These are for the younger children. And then I have the larger ones for the older children. I have pencils, some Band-Aids. These have fun designs on them. Every water bottle will be getting a cross necklace, and these ones are all individually wrapped. I also have, for the older children, some bouncy balls here. They were on sale at Hobby Lobby with their summer sales. For the older boys, I have some creepy crawly toys. These are like little stretchy worms that I got at the Dollar General. And these little jumping frogs are a classic toy that can go in any of the water bottles. I also have some bookmarks from Hobby Lobby with a message on them about the Lord, and I think they'll be also fun to color. So hopefully they'll fit in most of the water bottles. I'm not sure if they'll fit in the smaller ones. And then for the pencils, I have pencil sharpeners. I also have these bold and bright markers. I'll give a couple markers to each water bottle. That way they can color their bookmarks. And I also have these little notebooks. I have several different styles. So the children will have some paper to write on. There's sloths, koala bears. And then I also have just some other cute designs, cupcakes and puppy dogs. So I should be able to fit at least one little notebook in each of the water bottles as well. I also have some white washcloths. So we'll see here what I can get into these water bottles. They should be pretty full. So I'm going to start packing the 2 to 4-year-olds first, since they're a little bit more restricted with what I can put in them as far as the size of the water bottle and their age. And I'm just going to see how much it fills the water bottle up, and then if I need to get more items, I can adjust it. So I'll show you what it looks like here when I get one done. One other tip with sending water bottles as filler items, I try to get ones, if possible, that are see-through, like these ones here. That way it just helps the people at the processing center to know what's inside before they put it out on the processing tables. These ones, obviously, they won't be able to see through, but I will try to pack them so they're not too difficult to look in and make sure that there's nothing inappropriate inside. I wanted to show you how I did the little hygiene set here with the slap bracelet. It actually turned out really cute, and it should fit right on the inside there. So this is a girl one. I'll show you a boy one with the 2 to 4-year-old items. You just fold the washcloth in half and then get a toothbrush out and then a spoon. I also included some Band-Aids, and you just roll it up. So everything's on the inside there. And then you use your slap bracelet. Oh, I got 2 there. To hold it closed. And that way also these slap bracelets would be too tall to fit on the inside of these shorter water bottles. So they'll fit better rolled up anyways. And I think that's just a cute presentation to hold the little hygiene items inside. Okay, so for my first 2 to 4-year-old water bottle, I'm going to try to fit in the hygiene set here, 2 markers. I have the animal stickers, as well as some of these cute little skateboard stickers, a cross necklace, jumping frog, a little rabbit plush item, and then also her jewelry and a little notebook. So let's see if I can strategically fit everything in there. So the markers do fit in nicely right down the side here. They go under the lip. If I can kind of wrap it like that. There it goes. Okay. And there's still enough room down the side there. We can fit some jewelry. I do want to fit this little bunny, if possible. She can pull him right out. And then let's see if I can fit a few stickers in. I'd like to include the little bunny to match her bunny. Okay, so I was able to fit quite a lot, and I think I can still fit maybe this little frog on top. These will be more of a challenge to pack, but as you can see, you can still fit quite a lot in there. I have a washcloth, toothbrush, Band-Aids, a spoon, a little plush item, 2 markers, a little notebook, 2 bracelets, and a cross necklace, and this little jumping frog. So I will be able to fit a lot more into my larger water bottles, but you can still fit quite a bit into the smaller ones. I have some adorable labels here. These ones came from OCC Shoebox Packers, a Facebook group. So I'm going to cut one of these out and just tape it on here. All of these are under her Files tab. Thank you, Tiffany, for these resources. You can also, I have, I think, labels from all of my favorites. You can go to Sending Shoeboxes, and I've used these more simple, just boy, and you put what age you want on there. So those are great. And then this is from Sweet Tea Daily's website. So you can also print labels off of there if you're doing filler. So thank you, ladies, for all of these resources. They are super helpful and adorable. I'm going to label this water bottle and keep going with the 2 to 4-year-olds. So here's a little glance of how I separated the items for each of the 10 2 to 4-year-old water bottles. And I tried to match some animal stickers with the different types of plush items in each water bottle. But I think this will be a nice array of fun and useful items to go into the younger children's shoeboxes that need them at the processing center. So let's finish packing all of these 2 to 4-year-old water bottles. Here are my 10 finished 2 to 4-year-old filler water bottles. I think they turned out really well, and hopefully they are a blessing to some shoeboxes that need them most. I'm going to go get myself a cup of coffee and then finish up the older kid water bottle fillers on this side of the table. Okay, I have my cup of coffee and a little more energy. I have my labels made here for the older children, and I've laid out everything that I'll be using. I have a feeling that I'll be able to fit quite a lot into these larger water bottles, so I'll probably end up doing at least 3 markers, and I have pencils here to add in. I have their little hygiene washcloth and toothbrush sets here. So I'm going to start doing one of these and just see what it looks like I did before, see if I need to go get more items or if it's pretty full. Okay, I really love these. They actually are quite full with everything that I have on the table. This one here is for a girl, and she has some stickers in there. I gave them 3 markers, 2 sharpeners, 4 pencils, a pen, a little notepad and bookmark, a necklace and a cross necklace, 2 of the smiley face bendy people. This little girl has a spiral hair tie, a little gummy worm toy, the bouncy ball, the pop tube, and the toothbrush and washcloth are in the middle there. So definitely a nice full water bottle filler there. And the boys are similar. I did fit 2 of the cars in, which was a little bit of a struggle, but I did fit that in. I wanted them to have 2 so they could race. I think they'll be really helpful for shoeboxes that might need them at the processing center. So I'm going to keep going. I have about 10 left to go, and we'll see if I can get everything left packed into these water bottles. All right, well, I managed to pack up all the water bottles, and I think they turned out really well. These clear ones did not hold quite as much as the colored water bottles, but I was still able to fit 2 of the cars for the boys, and the school supplies and the hygiene kits, and the girls also got several nice items in their clear ones. So I have to run my daughter to gymnastics, but I did get all of these finished today, and I'm really happy with 22 water bottle fillers ready to go to the processing center. Thanks so much for joining me today on this September filler challenge. I'd love to see your take on the water bottle filler projects for this month. And there probably are still some great deals on water bottles out there right now. I think Dollar General still might have their summer sale going. If you're enjoying content like this, would you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more shoebox inspiration throughout the year. Until next week, happy packing. God bless. Bye.